Hello, and we are back. So let's see if we can update these real quick.
We have Medieval Madness coming up.
Yes, yeah. So Diner was apparently has a malfunction that has removed it from the tournament. So we're going to go over to Medieval Madness, and let's do that right now. Oh, let's update our semifinals. We are on. So it says Diner, but just know that. Oh god, we had somebody with a spillage. All right.
So Zach picked the game. Zach Sharp.
Oh, was that how it worked? That he gets to pick on the randomly?
I think I heard him pick it. I don't know.
Ooh. No, I think he just got to pick his position. I think they randomly assigned it.
Yeah.
So that's Zach Wallins with the tilt. So that was. Who was that? I thought it was Zach, but maybe I looked a little. We'll get an update in a second. This Medieval has. Everybody's been saying it's been very touchy. So I imagine.
I didn't get to play in the tournament, which bummed me out because Medieval is the game I learned on.
Yes.
Right. So it's a personal favorite. But if it was tilt touchy, as it has been for years, I mean, yeah. The free go watch Medieval, I've had many battles with.
Oh yes, I drink too much. Our folks are quite aware of it. Having the developer with us certainly helps. But yeah, I imagine that they've. I don't think they've just refreshed it yet. So, or they just don't mind having the wrong name in there. In any case.
All right, here we go.
Yeah. So this is Nick. This is Nick.
All right, so Nick is up.
So what's your usual approach?
I tend to go for the super skill shot to start.
Okay.
Because I can do the super skill shot. Oh, another shell. Wow, this is tight.
Yeah.
But normally I can do the super skill shot and then get the hurry up, and then I immediately have a million.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you got a game like this where everybody's dying after, right now I would be ahead, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and the thing is, I know it's not a popular opinion, but for whatever reason, I seem to be able to do it like 85% of the time, so I just go with it. So that's my opening move. What about you?
I tend to do the same. The super skill, I think, is usually match play, and especially on a sensitive game. Yeah, that is valuable enough that I think it's worth prioritizing.
You want the points. I mean, that's the thing.
But beyond that, I mean, I'd say I usually like to try to get at least two of the main shots ready for the multi-ball madness.
Yep.
I mean, if that's sort of situational, if that's not really feasible, like on a ball three, and if I have one, I'll just go for it.
Right. And oftentimes, sometimes I let the machine dictate where I'm going to go. Like I play a lot in the Sunshine Laundromat in Brooklyn, and for whatever reason, I can dial into the ramp shots a lot better than I can to the left of the castle gate shot for that multi-ball. And so if I can get a couple of the ramps going, I always want to stack a multi-ball, right? That's I don't want to, I'm not going to start any of the madnesses unless I've got at least two lit.
Okay.
And so most recently I've been, I do the super skill shot, I start banging on the castle door, try to get a couple of the ramp or the catapult multi-ball going, and when I've got two lit, then immediately go for that multi-ball. And if I happen to have started multi-ball madness, the left of the castle shot multi-ball, then all the better. I see that as bonus.
Yeah, that to me is, I mean, it's always such a tight shot. So going for it, especially on a machine like this where it's unforgiving, and if you brick it and you're going to put yourself at risk,
right?
I can imagine the players are probably going to avoid that shot, or at least we're not going to see too many intentional shots at it. Probably, a couple. Oh, right here we have Fresh Poetic. That's me, Derek Lipkin. Now that I'm out of the tournament, I can help out with the broadcast here.
And this is Ron Richards, formerly of SFTD, now of New York City.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who's up here? I can see.
This is Jermaine.
Jermaine is on here. All right. I don't like seeing my big mug on the TV. I don't know, it's Jermaine here.
Oh, here, I can secure it. There we go. You see our beautiful mugs for a little while.
So now it's funny though because we're talking about the super skill shot, and wow, that's surprising great. None of these guys go for the super skill shot, which makes me they're much better players than we are. So clearly we're doing something wrong.
I mean, it's possible that because it is such a touchy machine,
Yeah.
it's worth just taking your 5x bonus.
Right.
And
The thing is, I never feel the bonus in Medieval builds up to a point that outweighs. Like I've won by 1 million, and the bonus would be like 500,000 or whatever. You know, like.
Thanks, Wax. I tend to agree, though. I think this is not a bonus-heavy game unless you get real deep.
Yep.
Now we got Zach Sharp.
And wow, and right out of the gate gets the castle down. Yeah, it's funny because a lot of times in match play, you know, in tournaments or in league play, you know, the scores end up being it's like 8 million to 7 million to 5 million or whatever, and so any edge I can get, unless you're playing with somebody like Zach or Andre, whoever who's going to blow it up. But
yeah. So he's going strong here. So I guess he's only focused on that. I don't even think he's hit any of the other shots.
He has not. It's still flashing. He's just knocking down castles. Oh.
I mean, it's not a bad attack with this group. I mean, given seeing the two tilts,
so right there. So he knocked one castle down in his bonus, and he had 7x on the bonus, and it was 400,000.
Right.
Like to me, I can make that up with another castle shot or that 1 million of his super skill. So I drink too much to agree. So thank you for that. So now here's the interesting scenario where you've got one person, you know, like Zach is clearly, you know, with 3.8 million and everybody's under 1 million. How do you adjust to do that catch up? Do you just focus on castles or do you continue trying to get the multi-balls?
Yeah, I guess we'll see. I'm going to expect at least some of the players to start going castles.
Yeah.
I mean, at least I tend to do that. Like if I am more cautious on ball one, then I see somebody who's a bit more open with the play,
right,
and they're able to survive. I'm like, okay, I think I can see doing that.
Nothing's worse than losing a match because you didn't start multi-ball. I hate that. That happened to me yesterday. I was playing, what was I playing? I was playing Iron Man, and I was the only one out of the 4 who didn't get multi-ball, and sure enough, I came in 4th. And it was like, came in 4th by 500,000. Like, had I just gotten one shot during multi-ball, I would have done much better. So it's,
that is.
It's the choices that, you know, like once you know the rule set, you know, it's a combination of knowing the rule set, knowing what you can do to maximize your points, and then knowing what you can do. You know, because there are a lot of games that I play where like, okay, I know how to get multi-ball, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm going to focus on something I can do.
Exactly.
Similar to the super skill shot. Like, I know I can do that.
So we got Zach back up.
Rebounding from that tilt. He waited his minute to let it settle down.
And there he gets, got his first castle. So yeah, I'm guessing we're going to see at least a couple more people focus on the castle shot.
That's the great thing about Medieval is that it's such a tempting shot, right? Because it's such a big area to hit, and but also because we play Medieval so much, and you know, okay, hit the castle, catch, hit the castle, catch. But it's still a risk.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, like the number of times it goes straight down the middle. You know, you don't think it's as much of a risk, but it actually is.
So Zach, thus far, has had pretty good control on this ball. It looks like the feed from the left is actually fairly. Oh, there you go. Real quick.
2 castles. Jeez.
Fairly generous. Like it comes back. It comes down with not too much speed, so you're able to really.
Yeah, look at that. That's a nice. You just live catch that's come straight down. It's funny because the Medieval at Sunshine that I've been playing on, it's in on level floor.
Oh yeah.
And so when it comes down the left feed, you actually have to slap the machine on the left side to get it to do to fall on the flipper.
Yeah.
Zach Wallens is up.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Zach won. Player number 2 on the match play.
Here, we'll just double check that Andreas did not update this. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, we're showing the correct players now.
Yeah. we beat you.
We just received the note to reload to get the order, and we've done that. So, thank you, Andreas.
So yeah, we're still on Zach Wallens here, player 1, and he's hacking
away at that castle.
And it looks like the feed off of the castle. I mean, he's getting pretty good dead bounces off of the right flipper. So that
outlane drain. So 10 million.
yeah, that very well could take it home.
94,000 bonus.
Right.
Yeah, see? So again, medieval is not the bonus game.
Yeah, let's see.
No, we lose the check.
Oh,
Yeah. All right.
Thanks, Wax.
All right, so Nick is up now. Was for the regular skill shot.
All right, there you go. Yeah, I think the castles are the name of the game right now. Yeah, I haven't.
At least to be competitive, you got to even the playing field. But yeah.
I mean, no one else has I haven't even seen a real attempt at a ramp. I haven't seen really an attempt at the orbit. I mean, it seems like it's so long as you feel like you can. I mean, at least those preliminary shots to get the drawbridge down are fine because you're getting that nice feed off the left.
Yep.
And then, thus far, most of the hits are going. Oh, tough one.
It's everyone seems to be draining out that right outlane. Oh, here's a fun thing I heard yesterday. What is the saddest part of the pinball machine? The saddest part of a pinball machine.
Jeez, I don't know if I want to know.
The left outlane. I give credit to Jessica DiNardo for that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is really dope. That is just so good. I love it. Another castle. All right. This is who's counting the castles for us?
I know. Yeah, we should have kept track of the castles.
All right.
We're on Jermaine. So.
Yeah, Jermaine, fantastic player. We have two players, I think, from Seattle still left in. That's Jermaine and Raymond, who won last year.
Yep.
And Raymond with a chance to defend his title. I think the only other back-to-back winner is Andre.
Yes, I think you're correct. Jermaine is fun to play against because he's so unassuming.
Yeah.
and he's very, very friendly. He's a great guy. And you go and you play, and then he just destroys you, and you're just like, ah, but he's so nice.
Yeah. All right. 4
So
points.
he's a patient player too. I mean, look at that move. Just like you get control, let it settle.
Yeah.
You know, especially seeing those tilts on ball one.
I think there it is.
There it is. Yeah.
2. So I think he's the second player with at least 2 castles, if not the third. But yeah, it really is. I think some people agree with you, Malika, that it's a little too tight. I mean, they try to make it as brutal.
as you know, competitive as possible.
And yeah, it's. I think there is at least some people will hear about it. I think next time. Our game selection crew and the operator folks, they generally do a pretty good job. I think most of the games, there's a couple here or there that might be a little more sensitive than you like.
Did you play Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Yeah,
that
was somebody got a danger just from flipping in my game yesterday. But it was fine. Then I blew it up on the next ball. So it all depends on how you can. You got to find your range and then settle in there.
Yeah.
Oh, see that catch on the tip of that? That was great.
To the castle.
So here's a question. So if you were unlucky enough to start trolls, do you play through or do you time it out?
Well, on this one in particular, you would possibly play through because actually one of the trolls is broken.
So that's an advantage. So there it is. That's so bad.
Yeah. So you could actually even finish it. Like if you get a troll bomb or two, you can actually finish it pretty quickly. Otherwise, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's so dangerous.
I always want to time it out, but then I get impatient. I'm like, well, I'll just play it, and then sure enough, I drain because it's fucking trolls. So because it's trolls. Apologies.
Yeah, I think most folks in that scenario probably let it go.
Yeah. Well, no, because I see Per Schwarzenberg, the TD here, years ago we were playing, and he just timed it out. I'm like, why is he timing that out? And then I realized, I was like, oh yeah, because it's too dangerous.
Yeah. Left out there is up to 18.
Good ball, man. All right, so 9x million bonus. That makes
more
it
than
20. Yeah, exactly.
All right, so now we have Jack Sharp. Again, no super skill.
Yeah, nobody's doing it. I don't think we're going to see it at all in this game. again, making me think that maybe my strategy is incorrect.
You never know. I think we should just challenge them right after this is done.
Yeah.
All right, so Zach, tough train.
See, he went. So goes for the castle, straight down the middle. Tilt trying to save it. That's the danger. So,
yeah, NorCal, it is. This one is really. It'll make you sad. I'll tell you that.
Well, it's funny because I've wrestled. I mean, we played together for years, and like one of my biggest shortcomings in playing is that back when I used to be an SFP, I've gotten a little better, but I don't move the machine nearly as much as I should because I'm so worried about tilting. But I've been trying to get there, and really, I mean, it's you have to do it to a certain degree part of the game.
Sure.
But it's like when I play with Brian and Allison O'Neill, like when I tilt, they know they're like, ooh, Ron tilted. That's it's really
It's a big move.
Yeah, exactly.
So we got the full 2 minutes. I think that.
Yeah, he's taking it. He set his timer for 2 minutes. Yeah, Zach is not going to mess around when it comes to that. He's going to.
And so he's feeling decent. I mean, he's gotten. I think he's had at least two castles. If he can get a third, he'll be feeling pretty good.
We can't see because of the lighting what the state the castle's in right now. How many more hits he needs for the next one?
Oh, right.
For his.
Yeah,
can't tell.
He does have the drawbridge down, but I think he does not have the gate.
Yeah. I mean, setting the tilt this tight, I get it, but it's. I mean, this is a major. Right? I
think it's sort of within the band of. Yeah, like I think it is sort of more higher on the difficulty scale, even for a major. But it's in a major. I think you're right. Like you have that sort of range that you're allowed to set the game to.
Yeah.
And I think they just felt like this is one that
because that's the thing is that like with a tilt that is looser, we can see that we've seen this get blown up, right? We've seen 40, 50 million plus games. So in the tournament thing, you want the games to move fast, but you also want the good players to rise to the top, and that's what we have in this round at least. So I feel like the tilt at this level, and we just got another castle there. That's great. The tilt at this level, I feel, matches these level of players.
Yeah.
Like I'd be out in a couple seconds, right? But Zach Sharp, Jermaine, Zach Rollins, they can play at this level.
So I'm thinking. Let's see. So I guess he's just going to keep battering at it. He's working on his fourth, and so this would be worth $8 million if he was able to secure it.
Oh, there's a danger.
Yeah, and so you can see how sensitive it was. That wasn't really a big move. Yeah, he got the danger. One danger, so he's still got a little.
How much? Oh, and there's trolls. All right, let's see if he plays it or if he times it out. When you get a danger, how much does that take you out of your game?
I would say I feel more comfortable with it now.
That was an unlucky drain.
Yeah.
That wasn't even trolls causing it.
Also, did they fix the troll? Because it looked like had
there were
both
two?
of them popped up.
Yeah.
Anyway, Zach ending with just under 18 million. So he
currently in second place.
Best case second place.
Yep.
I love using the spinning dreidel. That's the perfect.
Happy Hanukkah, everyone out there! Yeah.
Perfect representation of the tilt.
It's true.
Yeah, I think that is fair, Miss Mitchie. And I think it's just a matter of whatever the TV is prioritized. Yeah,
right.
I think we could. It's conceivable that these comments will come back. But we do the survey at the end of the tournament.
But I disagree with the comment saying that you don't get to see the skill of the players when it's set like this. I mean, we just saw Jermaine work around the tilt. I mean, like having 20 million on this machine at the tilt level that it's at is a skill, and like I'm impressed to see Jermaine do that. So yeah.
Maybe it's it's sort of like I love impressive small ball baseball, but people
I'm a National League guy. I'm a National League guy. I agree with you. Bunt the guy over. Yes.
All right, so that is castle number 2 for Nick.
Nice. It's just under 9 million now. When you don't have any progress at this point in ball 3, when you don't have any progress on the multi-balls, look, he's got little to nothing lit on any of the modes or anything like that. You just got to focus on castles. And castle defense.
It's a good quick save off of the right flipper there. Oh, tough drain.
So-
Tough drain. That one, I think he regrets that little flip under.
Yeah.
He kind of sealed his fate with that. So he ends with 9. So best case for Nick is 3rd place. Right now, I'm sure that Jermaine's feeling pretty good. He's guaranteed at least 2nd.
I mean, this is really where Jermaine can close the door. Yeah. I mean, because you can't. I mean, Zach Sharp, you can't assume anything. I can see Zach getting 30 million on this next ball, but Jermaine just needs to get as much of a lead as possible just to protect himself from Zach.
So after this, we're going to be going to Star Wars Pro. Star Wars, that's the new Star Wars, not the Sega.
Unfortunately, I wish it was the Sega. All right.
Yeah. Scribble. Nick would like to let you know he can't aim.
All right, so trolls here for Jermaine. Oh, trolls are just turned off.
Tough fumble.
The trolls didn't even pop up.
Oh, interesting. So
I wonder how tournament mode, maybe they turned them off.
I wonder how do you then eliminate them? This is just the.
All right, so Jermaine's at 23.7 million. So Zach needs to get just about 20 million to, just under 20 million to take first.
Yeah, he needs to do a lot of work even just to get 2nd place at this, or 3rd place at this point. I think he has, because even...
Yeah, he needs one more castle. He gets one more castle, then he's got 3rd. And then that's the thing. Great players like Zach, you can't assume they'll do it, but you also can't expect it too. Like they lose just as much as we do too. So.
All right, so there's castle number 2. So that likely is going to put him already in 3rd. So now he's coming after Zach Wallens, who's at just under 18 million.
He's not there yet, but he'll get it with the bonus if he drained right now.
Although would he? I mean, did he take the 5x? I guess he must have.
He must have. Yeah. Oh yeah, it would be close. I would not advise for him to drain right
yes. Hit a shot.
Yeah, so
guess they felt the pin was brutal enough. Indeed.
I mean, it is medieval madness. It needs to be mad. Oh, he goes for a ramp shot.
Barely makes it. That's probably just to secure his. That gets him at least his extra 2 points.
I think he's gone for multi-ball.
Oh, no, yeah, that's right. He did not get it yet. I thought he did.
Oh,
no. Let's see if he gets it. He needs about... Oh, he just barely gets it.
Just made it. Wow. So, interesting choice there. Instead of going for another castle, he was going to try to start multi-ball.
Take it.
I will be back.
All right. And actually, since we can at least somewhat see it, let's show them. So there, you can see in the distance. Yes. It's just a little sticky here. This is an active print shop, so there are... Oh, yes.
So they're on ball 3 on Indy 500. Raymond's currently playing. He has, around 800 million. And I think if I saw correctly, players 2 and 4 had around 400 million. That would be Jim Delfigo and Peter Schwarzenberger. And I think player 3 was in the 100 to 200 range. This is Colin Urban.
Yep. All right, so Star Wars. So you've been putting up some good scores on Star Wars. You feel good about it?
Yeah. So Star Wars is it's all about starting modes and completing the 3 modes together. So right now he just has 1 left, which is Death Star 1. Once he completes that, he'll have a 2-ball multi-ball ready for him that he can start.
Mm-hmm. And has anything changed much in the recent? There was a recent update.
In the recent update, it's a lot easier to get to victory multi-balls for I think it was Tatooine, Death Star, and Hoth.
Okay.
They might not even been programmed, so I think they're programmed now.
Okay.
And then there was always one for Endor, a victory multi-ball. So victory multi-ball is basically like when you do well enough, you need to do a certain amount of things. Once you do enough things, then you get to victory multi-ball, which I think is like 5 or 6 ball multi-ball.
Okay.
So it looks like Zach is trying to finish off The last 2 shots, they're going to be the purple shots. One is on the in lane, or the inner orbit, that
Right.
inner horseshoe orbit, and then the right ramp.
Good save there. All right, there's
There's
one.
the one, and then, ooh.
Just barely. Do you ever? How's your? Do you ever backhand that shot out of the left hand?
Yeah, some games is easier than others.
Okay.
This one's fairly safe and easy compared to some of the other ones. But yeah, if you're not comfortable with it, there's no harm in just post passing and trying from the other side.
All right, so ball one down for Zach. Ball one, it's going to put him at.
I see 3 digits, so in the hundreds of millions.
Yeah, we can check that.
Yeah, these scores are hard to read. So how many people do we got watching out there?
Oh yeah, we got. I think a pretty good crew right now. 47.
Nice.
Thanks for rocking with us, everybody. If you don't already, hit that follow button. You'll definitely be seeing every year you'll see some champ on this channel. We'll also have a couple other tournaments that we try to show, our league finals, and also Pear, who's organizing this tournament, occasionally has additional tournaments here at Free Gold Watch. So we try to showcase the local talent here in the Bay Area as much as possible. Tough drain there for Nick Stein on his ball one, so not much there.
So I think we're going to be seeing everybody doing R2D2.
Okay.
And if you're not aware, R2 is the best choice to do multipliers with. So what happens is the higher up the multipliers you get, the less shots there will be. It starts at 3 and then it goes down to 2 and 1. So with R2, those will last longer before they start to decay. It also, if you don't boost the multiplier, they'll eventually start flashing like we're seeing right now. You have to hit the 3-bank target up in the center to keep it going. R2 will have a longer time before that starts flashing.
Okay. Also, how do you effectively use the center button, the action button?
So yeah, if you want to change where the multipliers are, you hit the center button. The X's will turn red.
Okay.
And then you use the flippers to move around where you want the multipliers to be, and then you use the center button to lock it back in, and then it will turn green.
Okay.
So he hit it red, and now he locked it back in, and now they're green again. When they're red, they're not active as multipliers, so you want to make sure they're locked in. And that will multiply any shot when you hit it. Any shot that the X is on.
Okay. Yeah, I think I often pick R2D2 because it seems to be in vogue. People seem to do well on it. I've had a couple good games with R2, but I think I've not yet mastered exactly how to properly sort of deploy the X's when I need them.
I know Princess Leia is another good one. That one's good with like modes, and the code update made her more valuable as well. But it looks like everyone's doing the same strategy, which is choose R2 and then light the Death Star mode to get to your multi-ball as fast as possible. One thing that's different in the tournament settings is that once you get to multi-ball, you can't stack in another mode. So you can only do that multi-ball, you can't do a mode with it.
All right, so other than Zach, nobody really put up too much. I think we can. Jared, would you mind just looking at the first two, the hundreds place for the scores, just because we can't see the. Also, I think. Oh, they're taking a break. Actually, I'm just gonna turn the.
Okay.
Player 1, 143. Player 2 was like 2 million. Player 3 was just under 100 million. And player 4 was like 4 million.
Okay. Not really a runaway yet for anybody.
It should help at least should be able to see the detail a little better. We can see a little bit more too. We have 147 for Zach.
Oh, nice.
We had Jermaine at 99, and then it was 2 and 4 million for Nick and Zach respectively. So they'll certainly be working on that.
So have you guys talked about this Nick Stein guy yet?
No.
I just looked him up. He's from Davis, California, 19 years old.
Okay.
This is his 3rd tournament ever.
Wow. That's good.
So it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, he actually is a dead flip regular. I see him in the chat all the time, and so I knew him from there. And he was funny because he looked at me. He's like, "Wait, you're Fresh Poetic?" That was a great moment. But yeah, no, he's a great player.
Yeah, so he's only played California Extreme and Pinagogo, and that's it.
Wow. And that was this was the most recent Cal Extreme that was not the full
exactly. Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, he's
a great player.
Be on the lookout.
These youngsters,
yeah.
So good.
I know, it's a young man's game.
Yeah.
All right, so Zach is in his 2-ball.
Yep.
All right, so we'll see if he can't.
So he wants to hit those force targets as fast as possible. That way, if he completes the force bank, he will get an add-a-ball for the multi-ball.
Okay, and now, so he just got his second TIE Fighter. Will that come in?
Yeah, he just stacked in TIE Fighter multi-ball.
Okay. So he's... And I'm sorry, I interrupted you. So you said the force targets will do what?
It'll give you an add-a-ball.
Oh, okay.
So
very good. And I think he just got it.
Yeah, so the button will be orange, flashing orange when you have the add-a-ball ready.
Right, and then that's where you hold it down.
So he can hold it down right now and get that add-a-ball. Or did he not? Oh, he must have already used it. Okay.
Okay.
Still a good ball.
Mm-hmm. 26 in bonus is not bad, and that'll put him up to 400, and I believe that's 58? I'll check the display.
Nice. 459.
I drink too much. Thanks for the shout out and for Wax. Thanks so much. Also, we're still with you guys, yeah? We just haven't seen anybody chat in a minute. Just want to make sure we didn't lose you.
And that is a very typical ball on Star Wars.
That is just brutal.
Plunge, drain, ball save, drain.
That was tough. All right,
Yeah.
so Nick, ball 3 is everything for him. there's Santa Claus. All right, thanks, Wax. All right, so Jermaine now 99 million. I think he
has multi-ball ready to go.
Right.
So he just needs to start a mode. He can hit Hoth or Death Star to start his multi-ball.
So you want to Indy roll?
Sure.
So on Indy 500, Raymond won, Jim Belcito was second place, Pear was third place, and Colin was fourth place.
Okay.
Okay, is that updated? Yeah, there you go. There's a quick update on the Group 2. You can see that Raymond in good shape to maybe repeat. We'll see.
He came in as like one of the bottom seeds too.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think he and I had the same point total, just right above that cutoff.
No, it's all good.
Ooh. Good move. I think he's going to just get that. I guess, is that only a single danger?
I think that's a single danger.
Okay.
It's hard to tell on Star Wars.
Yeah, Malika, I agree. It's pretty brutal having that quick drain happen to you on Star Wars. And it seems like it's almost perfectly designed to do that. Like as though they wanted it to perfectly bounce into that right out lane. All right, so he's still working here. Has not yet started. Going for it.
Yeah, here he goes.
So from here, he can, even though he hit the Endor shot, he can start the... Oh, I guess he hasn't finished the...
Yeah, so he's going to... It looks like he's going to stack 2 modes. So he's going big. And one of the problems with this strategy is that you need to finish both modes in order to get to your multi-ball.
I was going to say, I think that that came up in the SFL Classic for me, where I started to, and then I just realized that I couldn't get out of the Endor one until I finished it.
Yeah.
Because I had finished the Death Star one.
And Endor, yeah, you can stack modes. You can't stack the multi-ball with the mode. Yeah. You can stack regular modes together in tournament mode. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a tough strategy though, because Endor 3 is arguably the hardest mode to finish. You have to do a set of 4, which includes that inner left orbit,
Right.
and then do that all again.
Oh, wow.
And
Yeah,
you
that's
can't start the new 4 until you've finished all 4. And so it's very hard to finish that.
Now, will you be rewarded accordingly? Like, is it valuable?
You'll have 2 multi-balls ready to go, but in tournament mode, you can only do 1 at a time. So
It's not clearly the value.
I would rather finish my Death Star, do that multi-ball, then try for Endor, and then do that multi-ball. But we'll see how it pays off.
All right, so back to player 1. So Zach's still in the lead. He's sitting on that 459 million, looking to add to that. At this point, so he's already played his TIE Fighter multi-ball and his Death Star multi-ball. What is he going to go for?
So he has Hoth modes ready to go. He could start those, but he'd need to finish 2 of those modes in order to get to the next multi-ball.
Okay.
He could go for the ramp and start that Endor 3. I would probably just get the points. He's got video mode, I think. So yeah, this would give him some good points too.
Also, so I Drink Too Much says you can't bring any mode into multiple now, not even in regular non-tourney mode. Is that?
No, this is just for tournament. Tournament mode. Unless 1.0 changed it, but I'm pretty sure it's tournament mode that you can't stack a mode in multi-ball.
I recently learned, I was watching Jack play this game, the video mode, and I never knew about speeding it up.
Yeah, you gotta keep it going, hit the center button to speed it up.
Alright, so he looks like he'll stack a Hoth and a Tatooine. And that makes sense, I guess. At this point, he's just trying to add on any extra gravy to extend the lead. Seems like the game is playing brutal enough on the other players that he might
just get some points.
Yeah.
Looks like Mark says that 1.0 changed it, so we'll have to do some more research.
I think if he nails that, I think that was just his first. So
That was Tatooine was finished.
Okay.
Still working on Hoth.
Dangerous, but he's got the right out lane safe there, so he's okay to let that one go. Auto plunge for him does not hurt him like the other players.
So I would keep moving my multiplier around. He seems to be going on the fly a little bit, but if I have a trap and I see a shot lid, there's no harm in moving the multipliers around. I think Zach likes to play it safe and just keep them on those 3 major shots. Use that inner loop.
So I see that. It was right in the center. So he's up to 725. Good save on the in lane there. Doesn't quite get the shot.
Oh. And now he has lightsaber duel.
Oh, tough. Good ball.
Good finish.
He's going to get, let's see how much in bonus. Wow, 57. So he's going to go up to about 800, almost 800. 786, it looks like. So good game. I think he's got to be happy with that. Especially given the difficulties the other players have
especially on
experienced.
this one, plays pretty tough.
And if these out, or at least make it a really tough road for Nick and Zach, because for them to
Zach Sharp.
right, Zach Sharp, exactly.
Yeah. Too many Zachs.
Yeah. Next year we're putting a hard limit on the one Zach per tournament. So Nick is sort of just trying to get the game started. He hasn't really started much of anything here. Just had those 2 tough house balls, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's
Doesn't really get anything going there.
Oh, so there's a mission stacking adjustment, LOTR breath. Thanks for sharing that. Default is now 4th missions, do not stack other missions. Okay. So yeah, so that is... So
The
I guess
4th
you
mission
can
is the
update
multi-ball
that, yeah.
mission. Yep.
All right, so Nick, I believe, is going to be taking 4th in this match. Did not get the game started at all. So Jermaine now, at 115 about. He's going to be... So he's got his
Got
Death
his
Star.
multi-ball ready to go, so he can hit Hoth to start it, or he can hit that risky Death Star shot. I would go for Hoth.
Yeah.
Although it does like to reject a lot. If you hit it like super cleanly, it will just go in and then come back out.
Maybe he might have better... Oh,
Wow.
Tough. Hate to see that. So
What did he
just
finish
slightly
with?
bricked it and then went away. So he's at 141. So Zach Sharp at 70, about 75. He has a chance to overtake certainly Jermaine with even a decent showing, I think, in the Death Star or in the Hoffman.
Depending on how many TIE fighters he has, I would probably choose the +5 TIE fighters.
Okay.
Get really close to the multi-ball and just try to get as many points. Get closer to Zach Wallens.
Apparently there was a surprising finish. I think that might be ping golf related.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of people in here just let out a big gasp. Zach Sharp taking his time. I think probably because of the big move.
Yeah.
I think it was a double danger on Jermaine.
Yeah. Although maybe I'd do light escape.
Oh, you
on the
protect
plunge.
yourself?
Yeah, so that you get ball save on the right out lane.
Do you ever try to preempt the auto plunge because of the issue with it sending it down that right out lane? Like you try to like
It's
tap
so
it
it's so hard to just even get a clean plunge on this game, just because it goes to the middle of the playfield, and so unless you do it perfectly, I sometimes just tap it out just to go down the left out lane again. So,
Okay.
I just kind of let it do its thing, see what happens.
I
Pray
think
to the
that
pinball
is-
gods.
That is totally fair, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially on this game, yeah. This is the first game in a while where you don't plunge to the top of.
Yeah, you don't
Playfield.
plunge safely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that too. Yeah.
Go straight. LOTR says go straight to indoor. I think, well, he does need to qualify it still, so.
So it looks like he's choosing. Oh, no, he just changed it again. I was gonna say it looks like he's shooting light escape.
Let's see. He's on it right now. Preempt all the time. Okay, he takes his escape. Almost used it right there. I guess he would have used the ball save there, rather. Oh,
Wow.
no. Oh, he gets
ball,
it.
nice ball save.
And I don't know, I wonder if that was just a weak auto plunge or if he actually tried to preempt it there.
Trying to backhand that.
Good save. Oh, he's just not getting it up that ramp. It's the second time he's missed that shot. Gets it, there you go.
Now he's gonna do all those four again. So he's got 3 more left.
Oh, tough.
Yeah.
That's going to shake out to 121. He's going to put him with...
Is Zach Wallens through now?
So Zach has 12. Let's see. If we do the math here, so Zach will have 12. Jermaine will now have 12. Zach Sharp will have 6. Nick will have 2. So it's not impossible for Zach to pull into a tie with either Zach. I'm sorry, Zach Sharp can pull into a tie with Zach Lawrence or Jermaine.
Yeah.
If he were to win and one of them would get last place, because then they each have 13 points.
So at least one of them is through.
Yeah, so whoever wins the Zach Jermaine battle is definitely through on the next game. Whoever then, if they both win against Zach Sharp, then they're both clean. Otherwise, you might have a tiebreaker. Alright, so the order here is going to be Nick. I believe Zach will be second. Jermaine, Zach. So yeah, Nick just playing for a possible spoiler here. Oh, that's interesting, Malika. That actually tracks those stats.
Yeah,
That's
you
really
can
cool.
get really deep into the stats on the new Stearns.
So we've seen Fathom a couple times today. I think we have at least we've discussed a couple different strategies. What do you usually prioritize?
I do multi-ball all day.
Okay.
I go for that right shot that Nick just did. Lock a ball, and then...
Are you ever worried about leaving that for your competitors?
Not really, because at least getting it in there, I think scores like 25,000. So
Okay.
it's like a nice score just to leave it in there. And then you still got to get those 3 drop targets down. So I'm not super worried about leaving it for another player. Cause
Okay.
you got to get to multi-ball eventually to get any sort of points on this game.
And do you ever, if you have the spinner lit, do you ever prioritize that, or is that just sort of incidental to your multi-ball?
I never go for the spinner unless I'm in multi-ball.
Okay.
I feel like it's too dangerous. It gets the ball like way out of control. But once I start multi-ball, I'll light that spinner if it's not lit already, and then start wailing away. This one's nice in that you can backhand that spinner from the left flipper.
Right.
I don't know if all Fathoms do that, but
It actually seemed like it was, in the games we've seen at least, the backhand was actually more reliable and it was more effective. Like
Yeah.
the forehand I don't know if the flipper might be just a little underpowered, but it just was not getting the power that
Yeah.
the left flipper was getting.
you also see a lot of people tap passing from right to left to get to that upper right lane. I personally like 2 shots from right to left. I feel like it's a lot safer.
Yeah.
It just hits that middle gate, and then the ball just dies, and so you can trap up very nicely on the left.
Yeah, I was talking to, I think it was Tim earlier. I was worried about shatzing on this game because if you mistime your trap, hitting that gate, I feel like you might accidentally sort of hit that again. You can quickly sort of put the ball out of control, but it might be sort of like a post catch. I also acknowledge it'll just kind of keep it in that area because it's not like a huge gap. Tough terrain for Zach Rollins there.
So Zach, Wallens, and Jermaine pretty much need to just maintain and put up any sort of score.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're guaranteed at least a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
It's a matter of whether they'll both progress. Yeah, I agree, Malika. He's got some skills. I think you're going to see a lot more of him. Hard to believe that this is number 3.
This is my buddy Mark from San Diego.
Oh, right, yeah. I played him at Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he's a good dude. I think you played against him when he came up here and you beat him.
Yes, the Matrix.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun night.
Yeah.
That was a crazy kind of progression too. It was a strikes tournament, and we went to like almost the maximum number of games that you could play against each other because I had to come back. I had a couple strikes and he had no strikes, and then eventually we just basically played one-on-one. So did that just kick out without him hitting the target?
You can spot a drop target on the left.
Ah, okay.
So if he needed the greens, you'd have to complete all the greens on the left, and that will spot one of them and can start multi-ball for you.
Okay.
So it looks like, I think his spinner is lit. Yep.
Yes.
So each spinner will be 20,000 a spin when you're in multi-ball. So
Really?
you need, yeah. It's when it's lit, it's 10,000, and then when you're in multi-ball, it'll be double. If you have 3 balls, then it'll be triple.
Oh, I see. Just because of the playfield multiplier. I
Yeah.
thought, okay. That does make sense. Okay.
So it looks like Jermaine is shatzing. I feel like that's the safe thing to do on this one.
Yes, I did.
Sorry, Luca. We got a little bit of glare on this one.
Yeah. I think if we do end up playing Paddle, I'll probably try to get that. There's a chandelier right here in the middle of the Freehold Watch. I'll probably get that off in order to reduce the glare. But we also have to be mindful of the players in case they. I don't think we want to ruin the gameplay experience if it makes it too dark or anything. But we'll try to get a good one. Ooh.
Jermaine cleared all the balls out of the locks now.
Yeah. And I think that he put another one back.
Did he put another one back in the
Yeah.
right? Okay.
So I think he is able to get that started again. Yeah, and he's shatzing exactly like you said.
Yeah.
It does have a little action coming off that gate, but not enough to really put it in too much danger. One more hit will release his right ball. Yeah, he's got that chance down.
Yeah, multi-ball all day.
This is good to
Nice trap. So let's see if he backhands. So he looks like he's going for the forehand. I feel like that shot's a lot harder than just backhanding it. But
yeah, and like that, he didn't get
didn't get that many spins out of it.
Right. I just don't think that right flipper is getting enough on the ball. I mean, maybe it's just a safer bet to keep. Maybe he's thinking to keep the ball on the left. I don't know if that's. You can just immediately relock it if he needs to.
Nice separation there.
That's a better spin.
Wow. That was like 100,000.
Easy money. Good control. He's approaching $1 million. Still has his 2-ball, very nice. So yeah, over $1 million. Ooh. Nice. Still got a bunch of people rocking with us here.
So he actually trapped up his ball, it looks like.
Okay. Oh, in the right.
Yeah, so when you're in multi-ball, you can actually trap the ball back up, and then you're back in single ball play. And one of the problems with this game is that if you trap a ball and drain at the same time, like your ball is gone.
Right.
So
It's not like a typical multi-ball.
yeah.
He's actually nailing that left orbit from the right flipper pretty well.
Good ball.
Good ball.
Should have a big bonus coming.
So that's going to put him, let's see, 1.95.
Jim just do or die, had 72. So Jim Belcito just got do or die on Iron Man, finished up his game with 72 million.
Wow.
Raymond was about 12 or 13 million. Colin playing now was just below him, needed to hit a couple things to pass to Raymond. And I think Pear is player 4 had about 6 million.
Okay.
Playing that.
We'll update. I think the match play will update momentarily, and we'll show you guys that. If you want, you can always visit the tournament page, which I will put in the chat. And this will actually sync up perfectly.
Does that live work?
Well, that's what it says.
Oh, cool. I thought it was always matchplay.events. I didn't know you had that too. Cool.
Yeah. I wonder if maybe just for the Yeah, I assume it shows the same
Yeah.
data.
So it looks like Zach Sharp didn't really have anything.
Yeah. All right, so Nick's back up. Nick has a pretty good score thus far, but I think he's. Yeah, Zach
He's got those tap passes down.
Good dead flip. Wow, the dead flip to the tap pass. That was great.
Rolling tap pass.
Oh, tough. Puts it right back in.
Seems to be a common multi-ball in this game. Just can't get to a trap, and then one of them will drain.
Yeah, that live tap pass is great. Looking real strong.
Jeez.
Oh, tough one. Alright, so that's going to put him up maybe almost 8? Yeah, just under 8. Alright, so Zach is the one who needs to at least put some distance between him and...
Ooh, nice save. Oh, couldn't get it on the other side. So this game is unique in that both in lanes drain out, and the out lanes actually feed it back into the flippers.
Right.
It's a one-ball game.
There's a couple...
One-ball game. Yeah.
Post game. But yeah, so the situation is, and I guess it actually doesn't matter if Zach can still lose to, Wallen can lose to Sharp, but
As long as Zach Sharp doesn't
win.
Yeah, as long as Zach Sharp doesn't win.
Right. Win is what will force the tiebreaker with one of the two, right? Assuming that they get last. If by some miracle they both get
Zach
better than
Sharp
fourth.
is the one that could do this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Currently #1 player in the world.
So yeah, I think there is a ball in the right, so he might be looking to use that. Not sure if there's a ball at the top. Tough one.
It's like a failed shots there.
So Iron Man is done. We had Jim Belcito first place, Colin Urban second, Raymond third, and Darren fourth.
Okay. Let's see if we have a. So there's that. So it looks like Raymond's going to go to 10 points. Jim Belcito will go to 12 points. Colin will go to 6 points, and Taylor will go to 4. I believe.
I think so.
Situation now. Oh, and we have a situation here on Fathom.
This might have been a tilt through.
I see, yeah, because it's tilted and it's not passing any rollout. Let's take photos of the scores.
So the tilt through, for anyone that doesn't know, is when you tilt the game and then the next player, it also tilts their ball. In that case, the player that originally tilted would get a DQ. They'd get last on the game.
And that would end this match.
Yeah, that would take Zach Sharp out of the tournament.
I think we're just waiting on the official ruling, just an official determination from the techs and judges up there.
So this game has been tilt throughing a couple times this weekend. think they're gonna check it out and make sure that there was no malfunction.
Oh, it could be maybe like a trough issue.
Yeah, because it looks like the game is not recovering
So
properly.
there should be 2 balls in there.
Yeah.
I drink too much. When I said it out loud, I definitely felt like a newscaster. Real situation. Developing. More at 7. Alright, so I think they're going to open it up, take a look at what's going on.
This is actually how it works. There's actually 2.
And is there a definitive way to tell in the trough whether it was a malfunction of the trough or a tilt through? Do you know?
I guess we would see which player is next up on the game. So if player 1 is the next to play, if we get the trough issue fixed, then it was not a tilt through. Otherwise, if player 2 is the next active player, then that would be a tilt through.
Very good.
So the ball is not going into the trough. Is that?
Okay. So it's not a tilt through.
So
Okay.
if they put the ball, okay, they just activated the trough.
Okay.
Okay, so player 1 is up, so it looks like it's not a tilt through. So play on.
Mark disagrees. I fathom so. I like
Let's
that.
agree to disagree.
All right.
Let's
so
say Frontier is the best single ball
there you go.
Valley from the 80s.
I like that.
And Fathom is the best multi-ball.
So I think, so we're going to have Nick Stein break his ball through. So Nick right now in second place. I like that. It's good compromise. Pinball folks always know how to get along.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to see, so really I think Zach is going to, Zach Wall is going to be, it's a battle of the Zachs at this point to try to,
So Nick Stein could play spoiler here by getting in front of Zach Sharp.
right. Yeah, well, and actually, he just have to, as long as he maintains that, he'll be good. So.
There he starts multi-ball. He's not lit a spinner yet.
Quick finish there.
He loves those
tap pass.
live tap passes.
I can plunge and not flip and get in front of Zach.
Why don't you come down here and try it? This game is brutal.
All right, so I think he's going to get just under $1 million. Yep. Oh, just over $1 million. There you go. A little extra 200,000 right there. All right, so we're going to have.
This is definitely a one-ball game, though. So anything can happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
No one is in the clear yet.
Zach stepping up. So Zach Wallins, as you mentioned before, Zach, 10th place finisher at Pinburg this year, perennial threat in SFPD here in San Francisco. Do you, when the ball gets up to an upper flipper, do you like to flip it, try to flip it up the left orbit?
Yeah, it seems like a pretty safe shot. Depends on the feed as well.
Okay. Gets it. Now he's in multi-ball.
Okay.
Oh no, but he puts it right back in.
Puts it right back in. Tough break.
All right, but he does. I think he does have the spinner lit.
Yep. He just needs to get back to multi-ball. Or he might just be going just for the spinner.
You know, I wonder if at this point he just thinks. You know,
He just needs to get in front of Nick, and he should be good. So.
Alright, so he's gonna go 319, almost 320. Yeah, Nick's tap passes are deadly. Yeah. He just makes it look good too. Just like a smooth, quick tap. All right, so we know that Jermaine is safe. Jermaine, no way that Jermaine can not advance. So he's not too broken up about draining quickly there. So now
They just write that down.
So it's up to Zach.
There's one more board that I got to take.
Needs 2 million.
Yeah, really, Jermaine was helping Zach Wallens
Yep.
by putting up such a big score. Because yeah, it's all on him getting first place.
Wow. Let's see.
That was almost a quick finish.
Ooh, almost started multi-ball. Okay, here we go.
I think. Good save. Tough, and he. A lot of juggling. Good save. Nice tap.
He's doing these like high arching tap passes. Those look pretty safe.
So he's at 141. Looks like he's got decent bonus on the greens. I think the blue, he wants to probably pump that up a little bit more. Indeed, Max.
Ooh, nice.
Good save.
One more. Yep. Okay, here we go.
So he's approaching Zach's.
Ooh.
There it is. Congratulations to Zach Wallens and Jermaine Audio. Moving on to the finals.
Just trying to get a signal with their wireless camera.
Yeah, Meteor's way in the back, so it's not as easy to set up on as most of the other games.
Yeah.
And yeah, finals bank will be random, right? So
Yep.
it'll be nice if it's games we can set up on pretty quickly and easily.
Yeah.
We'll see. So who do we have through? We have Zach Wallens, Jermaine,
And Jim Belcito. Yep.
And then that'll be one on Raymond and Colin. Well, it will be all West Coast final.
Yeah, that's true.
I can hear Meteor. Can't see it though. They're trying to adjust the camera to get a signal. It's wireless, and I think it needs line of sight. But yeah, I think it does. It need line of sight to get it. Yeah.
So player one has 162,000 after ball one,
Player one,
which
I'm
is
assuming
Raymond.
Raymond, right?
Yep.
Because he was one of the bottom seeds in the
Oh,
playoffs.
was he?
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
not working?
No. Yeah, Raymond just squeaked into the playoffs. It's surprising.
2016 City champ, reigning City champ Brandon Davidson. $162,000 for first ball Meteor is good.
Yeah,
not great, but
Yeah, it's probably
decent.
Yeah, it's a good ball, but yeah, unlikely to just win the game.
yeah.
know if it's infrared? I don't know how.
Yeah, I think
it
it's
is.
infrared. It doesn't seem to be that directional, but it does seem to require line of sight or at least close proximity. I'm gonna go check the game and report back.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, sorry about this. We'll update scores as we can.
Colin is leading after ball one with 300,000.
Oh yeah, we're in. Yeah.
All right, flip it, and okay.
And Colin just put up a massive ball. Here we go.
All right.
Nice,
Yeah.
good job, Derek.
And well, looks like
Yeah, I can have
Raymond's playing pretty well so far this ball. And nope. So did we go over the rules on Meteor?
I think so.
Yeah. So you basically want to get all but one drop target down and then rip the spinner. Actually, this is the ideal one because the M and the R, the first and the last one, are more valuable. They're worth, I think, like 6,000 as opposed to 2,000
Okay.
compared to the other ones.
And by the way, these players are switched. Player 1 is Raymond Davidson, and player 2 is Colin Urban.
Did he tap pass on it?
I think so.
Yeah, I usually alley pass on this, which is usually pretty
Dangerous,
safe.
but yeah.
It's safe most of the time, but every
Looks
once in a while
like
I
he,
get one out. But that
I think
was
he tilted there. Oh no,
No,
he didn't.
Yeah. But yeah, solid ball. But yeah, Colin had a great first ball, so this is definitely catchable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. What did Colin win the last game with? It was so
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice chill maneuver.
Let's see what he does from the right flipper. Oh, you can't alley pass because it's going to take down his last target if he hits that in lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, gets it down anyway, but
600 versus 200 to spin. Yeah. That's what it is.
oh yeah, I was off by an order of magnitude. Yeah, 6,000 did seem like a lot.
Yeah.
Do you go for the spinner when you have no drop targets?
Yeah, because
Yeah, I guess because it still goes
usually
up
we'll-
and hits a
yeah,
couple,
we'll drop
and it's
a couple down.
still spinning.
Yep.
Playing really well, yeah. Both of these players, and he's gone through a couple of banks, so he probably has a decent bonus multiplier.
Yeah.
You can see the bonus, those middle lights that go up, which mostly the the other drop target banks that advance those, right?
Yeah. The Rockets.
Oh, yeah, this is playing really well. This guy. Oh, yeah, this is a great ball one, and he's having a great ball two now. And yeah, Colin's from Portland, Raymond from Seattle.
Yep. So I think Colin made the right choice there by I would start completing my drop targets up top because he's almost maxed out his bonus.
Oh yeah, usually you just worry about the spinner, but he's been playing so long, he has so much bonus that the multipliers are probably pretty significant now.
Yeah.
And
you can always tell how good you're doing on Meteor by
Yeah.
the sound it's making.
yeah, we're not close to this game, but I can hear a bit of the high screech.
Yeah, the higher the pitch, the better it is.
This is pretty great play. Like, I mean, not the hardest game in the world to roll, but like you're still having a pretty great game if you
Yeah,
roll it.
exactly.
Or even in the neighborhood of rolling it.
Nice ball.
Yeah, let's see what his bonus is.
His bonus should probably put him at around 850.
Yeah, pretty close. Yeah. So yeah, Ray needs a monster ball. Well, basically just like Colin just did, right?
Yeah.
Because yeah, he's over double score then. And that's it.
So Colin moved on to the finals.
Yeah. So we have